bring more heat upon you. That's the only low vibrational thing that I have ever felt when it came down to black. So for me to feel like, okay, if I put on a black shirt on a day that's already not going very well, automatically there was an entity attached to the color black for me until I removed it, released it, and let it go. And I say that because if you could look at my bed right now, you would see that I actually have black sheets. I have a black bottom sheet on. I do have a red top sheet on. And then a few of my pillowcases have black pillowcases, and a few of them have red pillowcases. So obviously I don't have that issue anymore. But that's my point. Whatever you focus on is what's gonna persist. And whatever you believe is not possible, what you believe you can't do, is true. You're gonna keep receiving the experiences of not having, not doing. And just to go into something else, that goes along with it for me, that some people may encounter because we're here and we're having this conversation, is, before I met him, the question that I had asked my sister, and my Reiki master, and I say that because she practiced on me when she first got attuned and whatnot. I had already been attuned. I had already been working as a Reiki master. That's why I had no problem being her guinea pig. But one of the things I said after the session was, I feel like I'm really ready. And if you would have to know all of what was going on at that time or what had transpired, which I won't go into tonight. Um, but I was like, what? I literally do feel like I'm ready for a relationship. The only issue I'm having right now is, I'm having a little issue with, and I was doing an adjustment at that time too. And that's what I mean. I was having yet another adjustment. It was an adjustment at that point. Um, but I was like, I feel like I'm stuck. And she's like, stuck about what? I was like, I feel like I'm stuck because a part of me knows that if I'm in a relationship, this is what I want to do. But if I'm going to stay single and I'm not going to have anybody in my life anytime soon, this is what I want to do. And what I had to make peace with, well, in the here and now, I know energetically I have someone and I have someone coming, and I know that's what my desire is, so I know that that's coming. I know because I'm manifesting it. I know I'm on the receiving frequency, and I really know. I really know because when I want something, when I've set my intentions about something, if I've asked somebody to touch and agree and pray with me about something, that something in the most simple, easiest, and most harmonious ways start showing up. Even if it's something I have allocated as large, and that's what we usually do. If something doesn't instantly come to you or happen to you or for you, it's only because you've already had a made up mind in your heart and in your soul that this thing is big. I give you a prime example. I can sit here with my notebook and I can plan out my whole day tomorrow. But when I say plan, I don't mean like, okay, I'm going to make this list of the things I'm going to do. No, I'm going to make a gratitude list and set my intention on what's going to happen tomorrow. I'm going to sit in the silence or sit and listen to some meditative music or fall asleep in that little space just before falling asleep, or that space just a few minutes after waking up where you can literally walk to the bathroom with your eyes closed but you're still in that meditative state, and set the intentions for what's going to happen tomorrow. And guess what? That's exactly what's going to happen tomorrow, down to the smallest thing that I ask for to the largest thing. But let's say there's something else that I want that I deem to be a heavy thing. Sometimes that may take a little longer, but sometimes it's even bigger than that. Sometimes it's divine saying to you, okay, you don't know something that I know. You don't see something that I see. You don't understand something that I understand. Whether it's directly about you or it's maybe something or someone connected to you. Let's check me some water. I'm sorry. But um and when you recognize that, when you understand this knowledge and you understand how to use it and you use it, your life becomes so magical, so peaceful. Everything starts falling into place for you so simply and so easily, so effortlessly. It's not a problem. It's as easy as breathing. You don't think about breathing, you just do it. You just breathe. Sometimes you hold your breath because you're waiting for something. And when you are holding your breath about something that you're waiting for, that's probably the number one reason why you're still waiting for it. Because you're holding your breath waiting for it. I don't know if you've ever noticed that before. I didn't really notice it until I had two females I actually say something about it last year where they were like, "Have you ever driven down the road and at each stop sign while your foot was on the brake, you were holding your breath and you didn't even realize it? You didn't realize that you didn't take another breath and you didn't start breathing again until you pressed the gas to keep going." Well, we do the same thing all the time when it comes down to something that we want, when it comes down to something that we want to experience. I do it all the time. If I know I'm in a good space and everything is coming to me easily and effortlessly and I'm happy and I'm overjoyed, and I know that if I listen to a special type of frequency, that I know, and I have like different lists of frequencies that I use for different reasons and purposes, and it does different things for me. Both things I have on my Google Drive, but also things that I specifically listen to via YouTube. And I know that if I do this thing, that it's gonna take me higher. It's gonna take me away from where I am, both on a conscious level, but also on a physical one. Sometimes I'll wait and wait and wait and wait some more. And I guess you could say that's the stage I was in a few months ago. You know, I kept doing things that I knew I had no business doing. And that goes back to what I was saying earlier when I said I was so angry at myself. Because I was. And the part of me, the biggest part of me that I couldn't acknowledge with my friend, and I hadn't acknowledged with myself, and I wasn't able to until I took off my shoes and stood in my bare feet on top of Nora and just leaned against her and closed my eyes and in tuned with her. Um, it was only then that I could speak the words out of my mouth, the tears could fall, and I could have that release that I needed to admit to myself that I was ashamed, that I was ashamed of me. And I wasn't ashamed of me. Um, I was ashamed of me because I was raised a certain kind of way. You know, I just was. My mom had a slew of stuff that good girls don't do, that her daughter doesn't do, that she didn't do. And even some things that she was guilty of doing, but she always told me not to do. And I'm very much connected to my mother. I talk to her almost every day. She finds the most simple, easiest, and most honest ways to get a message to me, not even just directly talking. She kind of saves those, and the rest of my relatives kind of save those types of connections when I'm really, really down or I'm feeling really bad, and I need comfort. And then they'll all corral around me and give me that love, that attention, that connection, that type of connection. Other than that, you know, she just uses my clairaudience, my clairsentience, my claircognizance, and she'll bring something to my mind that I know that we have that type of connection for and whatnot. And you know, after I said it out of my mouth with Nora yesterday, yeah, I went today and I had a situation, but I mean, yesterday, in a still small voice, my mom let me know what I already knew, but I thank God she still did it. She still said it. I'm not ashamed of you. I couldn't ever be ashamed of you. You know, all you've done is love a man. That's all you've done. Once more you've allowed your heart to open, and once more you've allowed someone in. Something that's one of the hardest things that you've ever done. And that's it. You've paid for it. You know, you've paid a heavy price for it. And it's not destroying you. It's not doing anything like it's done before. Just like the last time didn't destroy you, and the time before that didn't destroy you, and the time before that didn't destroy you. This time's not going to destroy you either. And instead, it's just going to kind of help you make a different choice. And that actually goes hand in hand with what I got today when I went out with Nora. You know, My twin flame.